Howdy, I'm B. Let me welcome you to the Beer Snobs Radio Show. We're a bunch of friends who are not experts, but we know we like in beer. Our definition of a beer snob is someone who just won't drink craft beer. So sit back and listen to us blind review beers on the Beer Snobs Radio Show.
All beer snobs, how you guys doing tonight? I am B, and to my right is Jamie. And across the table,
Big Rob.
and my left.
Hey guys, it's Brian with Beer Quest.
And right now we're going back to Brian for home brewing with Hardyman.
That's right, guys. Yeah, so I've been home brewing now for about over a year. About a year and a half. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried it.
I have.
You have?
Oh yeah, I tried your home brew.
Well, no.
I tried home brewing.
No, that sounds like too much fucking work.
No.
He likes just popping the top and drinking.
That's about it.
Oh, it's chill. Well, so speaking of popping the top, we did just pop the top off of a craft brew, a home brew that I brought with me. This is a chocolate robust porter. And, just check it out.
The smell is amazing. I have to say,
It is very dark, very interesting looking.
Yeah, we are really happy with how it came out.
So how much you're selling this for? Because I'll buy it right now.
No, never sell my beer. I always just share it with people. But, the cool thing about it is we had a porter very, very similar to this one. And it was kind of like, well, maybe we can make it ourselves.
Yeah, this is fucking delicious, dude. This is really good.
Yeah, this was a good one. We only added, it only has a couple ingredients. It's got 3 malts and 2 hops. It's got
Wow.
Most of it is the crystal, which gives it a nice cereal taste. And I brought some with me. I used this to make some, it was an IPA. So this is just crystal malt. It kind of gives it almost like a corn nut smell, like the cereal. It
kind of smells like that.
Yeah, it is cereal grain, so it's gonna have that sweet kind of flavor and aroma to it.
Almost wish there was more of it so I could do that. What was it? What the guy from Sam Adams does, just pours his face in it.
Oh right, yeah.
Just rubs his nose in it.
Oh, it is.
Bathes in it, and then he apparently eats a bunch of yeast.
Well, these are spent grains. These are what we use to make the beer. You do that before the beer, and dude, it's so good. Yeah. But for this one, so we mixed in this this crystal malt, the little bit of cereal. We added some black patent as well as some chocolate malt to it. And so one of the things I do is I've got a dog at home and she's really picky about her food. So what we started doing was taking a little bit of this chocolate malt and just kind of sprinkling a little bit on top of her food. It's not real chocolate; it's just grains. So it's safe.
So it's totally safe for the dog to eat.
Totally safe, and she loves it. She thinks she's getting something she's not supposed to have.
I love this. I'm not a dog. I love this. This smells great.
Yeah, it does.
It does, dude. I mean, you can imagine that as like a granola bar or something. It's just really, really good.
Have you made any food with this?
Yeah, actually, we've made granola bars with it. We've got these recipes online too at Beer Quest.
Nice.
But yeah,
B's just eating it right now.
Nice. But we've made granola bars with them. We've made dog biscuits, like little dog treats, and we've also done cookies.
Oh, cool.
And it's kind of cool because when you make a beer, usually you just throw this away. Most people just dump it in the trash and they don't think anything of it. So we just dry it out and we use it as an ingredient for other. My wife is kind of health conscious. She's always looking for organic, healthy things. And nothing beats this.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, black patent, the crystal, and the chocolate, they go together perfectly. And then you can kind of taste, from the grain, you can taste that translated into this beer in front of you.
Oh yeah,
I like the malt.
Man, I gotta tell you, this is a fantastic beer. I am thoroughly impressed.
You have to. Yeah, I think. I don't know if anyone at this table isn't enjoying this right now. This is really good.
I want more malt.
Right. Yeah, it's nice.
He wants a malted malt.
Oh, there you go. It's nice when they come out, good, because every single beer is an experiment. You just kind of throwing some stuff together. It's all timing. There's a lot of cleaning involved. That's probably the hardest thing.
The cleaning
is the cleaning. Yeah, because you got to, we clean before we use everything, and then we clean it after we use everything.
Wow.
Just to make sure everything's completely perfect.
Yeah, I would just have the next beer ready. I'd clean the shit out of it and just go for the next one.
Yeah, that's what we do. We typically brew about once a week or once every other week. And so we always have 3 or 4 beers going at once. And so, you just kind of clean the equipment really quick, get another thing going, and I make a day out of it. So
do you bottle or do you keg?
I skipped bottling. I went straight to kegging. The difference is if you keg, you can, you're adding carbonation. You're adding the CO2 to the beer. If you're going to be bottling it, you're waiting for it to naturally carbonate and naturally, get to the point where it's conditioned and you drink it and it tastes like beer. It doesn't taste flat.
So this is the CO2 added to this one?
That's right, yeah. So what we did was we just hooked up CO2 to a keg and we let it naturally carbonate over the period of about 6 to 7 days. And this beer actually just got tapped yesterday morning. So this is like super, super fresh.
Oh god, you can taste it. I mean, yeah. Wow.
Now I'm sure every beer you do isn't a home run like this one. Do you have any nightmare stories? Any things that have gone horribly awry?
Not like a nightmare, but yeah, we have had some that have gone south on us. We did one beer. It was a wheat. It was a watermelon. Well, it was supposed to be a watermelon wheat ale.
That sounds like it'd be unusual to begin with.
Kind of. We've been experimenting with adding fruits to beers. We've added so far we've added oranges, mangoes, and blueberries. And the only one that went bad on us was this one watermelon one, which I still want to redo. I still want to make it come out really, really good.
You want a second chance.
I definitely want that second chance. But yeah, we kind of just like juiced a watermelon. We brewed our wheat beer. And when it was done fermenting, we just kind of like put it into secondary, which means all the fermentation is done. And we just added a whole bunch of like, funkiness and outside bacteria and all sorts of stuff. And when you went to taste it, it just tasted like vomit. It was just
because of all the outside bacteria.
Exactly. At that point, we probably should have pasteurized the thing. But yeah, from the get-go, it was just a bad idea. So yeah, not every one of them has turned out as well as this one has.
So here's a question: for you to brew a beer as good as you're doing right now, like make these 5-gallon batches, what's it going to cost people to get into this hobby?
Well, it's easy because there's a couple of ways you can do it. The easiest way to start brewing is to start with extract brewing, which means you don't have to do the mash, you don't have to do the lauter ton. Pretty much you're going to start off with an extract that is all the sugar that you're going to need for this beer. You add a little bit of specialty grains for color, a little bit of aroma and flavor, and then you add your hops, and that's pretty much it. The reason that this is the easiest way to go is because you can start with something as easy as like a 4-gallon, kettle, depending on how much you want to make, and you can do a partial boil. So you can do something like this on your stovetop in your kitchen, and you do kind of like a concentrated version of the beer. And then when you go to when you go to ferment the beer, you just add the water back in that was missing because your pot wasn't big enough. And so that's something that you could do, at home, in a closet, on a patio, in your kitchen, anywhere that you could just put a burner on a stove. It's pretty simple.
Okay.
So you can get into it for, pretty cheap, depending on what you already have to work with. So now, with all that said, I made 5 gallons of this beer. We have it in a keg at home. And so I've got a question for you guys. What would you pay to have a couple cases of this beer? If you went to Bevmo or Total Wine or any of your better bottle shops.
This is like an $8-9 beer per. If you're getting a bomber bottle, $8-9 easy. I would not feel bad about letting that go. I think for this quality of beer, I would be happy to pay $8, $9, $10 for this.
I mean, yeah, no, this definitely ranks up in the high quality beers where, I mean, like, I would pay, upwards of $9 for a 4-pack of 12ers.
Well, yeah, 8,
easily
9 for a 4-pack, easy. This and
that's saying a lot because like I usually don't like beers that charge that much for a 4.
Absolutely. Or like 110, 120 for a keg.
Okay. So
for a 5-gallon keg.
Yeah. So by the keg, okay. So we've got ranges of like 140 to well over $200 if these were in bombers. So I made this at home in my backyard, 20 feet from where my kitchen is, and we spent about $35 to $40 to make this recipe.
Dear God.
Yeah, I'm going to start home brewing.
And that's really what got me into it.
That would get me into hell. I mean, as much money as I think all of us, probably spend on beer at bars, liquor stores to spend how much again? Like $40?
Yeah, $40. You know, you want to do something like
That's
5
amazing.
gallons
For
of
5
beer?
gallons of suds like this, dear God.
yeah, you want to do something kind of expensive. Like if I do an extract version of like a Pliny the Elder clone, that might cost me something like $50 to $60.
Pliny the Elder, Pliny the Cloned.
Exactly, Pliny the Clone. So, but that is a awesome beer that it's hard to get on the market, and you can go home and you can just make the same thing. It'd be like if I had a bakery and I said, "Hey, I'm making chocolate chip cookies." What's going to stop you from saying I can go home and make chocolate chip cookies?
I'm lazy.
Yeah.
So I compare it to baking a lot. Like if you could bake cookies, you can make beer. It's that simple.
Officially new prerequisite for girlfriend. You can bake cookies. You can brew me some beer.
There you go.
Well, can you teach me how to bake cookies then?
I'm not marrying your ass.
They're not going to taste this good. I doubt they'll taste this good.
Oh.
Brian, thank you so much for giving us all that awesome information on how you made beer, and I can't wait to try it when I get a place of my own. So we have the blind taste review right now, and looks we have like a golden color in front of us.
Yeah, it looks really. The color looks really weak.
Looks like a Pilsner to me.
No real head on it.
Again, I don't like using the word Pilsner unless we know for sure, because it's the definition being a fine pale. A lot of people throw it around when they don't really deserve to. I would kind of define a Pilsner more as like a Stella Artois.
Well, I like this beer a lot. I like the taste of this beer. It's nice, clean, refreshing. If this is what Budweiser's wish it can be.
Oh yeah, I'd say this is a Pilsner. This definitely has that taste.
I don't know about that. No, the only nice thing I'll say about it is that it's crisp. It
definitely has that crisp flavor, but it's got a lot of malt on it too.
It does, but everything seems to be blended pretty well. It seems to go together pretty well.
I don't know. I disagree. To me, it comes off a little skunky. And it comes off unbalanced. No, it comes off unbalanced.
I think this is a beer I want to take to me when I go golfing next time. I think this is a great beer.
You like taking bad beers when you go golfing? Brian?
No,
that's crazy.
Golfing, summer. This is the type of beer you drink for that.
I'm a bad
Out in the
golfer,
sun.
so bad beer works.
Bad beer, bad golf. There you go. All right.
I don't know. I kind of dig it. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I get the skunky. I mean, it's like light on the hops.
You know what I have to say about this beer?
What's that?
No.
I think it's a decent beer. But you guys ready for the reveal?
Yeah. Well,
I think we're speeding through this. Is that really all we got to say about it?
I don't. It's pretty plain, dude. I mean, it's like super malty. It's got like a crisp edge on it.
Yeah, it's nothing special, but it's a lager. I mean, it's a Pilsner.
Dude, this is definitely a Pilsner.
It doesn't have anything.
I don't think this is a no. I don't think you got to earn the name Pilsner.
No, and
I don't think this earns the name
This
Pilsner.
has
It didn't go through the Kumite?
No, it did not. It did not. This is more like Jim Cotta.
Okay. Jim Cotta's awesome.
Jim Cotta's
Don't
horrible.
you dare talk about bad
Jim Cotta's horrible.
Jim Cotta's amazing.
You ever see Jim Cotta?
No.
It's a bad 80s movie.
It's
Check it out.
worth it. I
And
got
you
it
know
on
what?
DVD.
Drink this beer. You'll have a bad night watching it.
I got it on DVD. You can borrow it, and you will love me for it afterwards. I promise.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it another time off show. But I guess there really isn't much to say about this beer. I'm really trying not to reflect on the homebrew that you brought in Hardyman.
Yeah, because that was superior.
Because that just makes it. I'm really trying not to. I just don't like it. It's just boring. It's again, to me, skunky, unbalanced, and I mean, lager probably. I don't know.
Lager definitely.
Lager. I mean, we don't know. We haven't seen the bottle yet. But,
We know.
Yeah.
Either way, we definitely should have had this beer first.
Yes, we should have.
If there was an order, we should have done it first. That sucks. But yeah, I'm done. Fine.
Oh yeah, well, what is this?
Okay, what we have is König Brewery's Bitburger. It's a König Pilsner. Style Pilsner, ABV 4.9, and it's $1.50 a bottle. And the description is real quick and simple. The king of beers, unique in taste, premium Pilsner of the highest quality.
They refer to themselves as the king of beers.
You know what?
do.
They're a
Good
lot
job.
better than the
Good
other
job.
king of beers.
No, you're right on par. You're a little bit better, but right on par.
I think it's
You're king of beers for a better country.
Yeah. See, I'm not much of like a Pilsner guy, but it's an okay beer. It's just I'm not much of a Pilsner guy.
Oh,
Again-
I'm not
again,
either.
This is to me.
I'm trying to judge it for what it is.
It says-
For what it is, it's well done.
It says Pilsner on the bottle, but it doesn't say Pilsner in my heart. I've had lagers that are.
What do you think is a Pilsner in your heart? I'm
Again,
curious.
well, I think I already said it, but I said like maybe I haven't, maybe I have. Stella Artois to me is a Pilsner. It's a fine, pale lager. That to me is the definition. I mean, that is the technical definition of Pilsner. And to me, that is the personal definition of a Pilsner. This is disappointing. This is lackluster enough for me to not want to consider it. Again, you guys have your own opinion on it. I understand. I disagree. Not my thing.
What are you thinking about the bottle?
The bottle looks, what's the best way to put this? Very European. This is a very European looking bottle.
Oh, yes.
It doesn't shave its legs?
Or its armpits.
Yeah. There's hair coming out of the sides of it. So.
Oh, yeah. That's probably what the taste comes from.
What is on the front? Is that a crown?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's weird. I would almost say you see the Bacardi symbol with the bat. Just imagine a golden crown in place of the bat.
Oh,
it's pretty much a good description. It doesn't appear that they have a top label, a neck label, but they do have a etching on there. I don't know if you can recognize the symbols and there's a barrel and there's 3 tools in it. Would you recognize those, Hardyman?
Okay, yeah. It just has a couple mash paddles.
Okay, mash paddles in a barrel, etched into the neck, which is kind of cool. I have to admit, not a lot of beers go to the trouble of doing etchings.
Well, it's not so much etched; it's like embossed.
Well, you know what I mean. It's semantics as far as I'm concerned.
I know. I'm thinking lasers. I like lasers. That would make this beer better.
Lasers make everything
lasers make everything better.
Pretty much a laser. You know, if there was a laser show in this, we were drinking this, I would definitely think more of.
Well, I have an iPhone with me. Maybe there's an app for that.
So we had the Bitburger beer. Hardyman, thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think?
It's a good beer. It's not my type of style, so I'd say it's like okay. It's an up.
See, yeah, I'm asking, is there a thumb sideways?
No,
there's seriously.
This is
just,
okay.
It's
Not since that one weekend.
No, we're not doing the thumb review like before. No, it just. Do you recommend it or do you not recommend it?
I would totally recommend it. I've got nothing against
If you like lagers, I'd recommend it. Yes.
If you like lagers.
Yes.
Do you like lagers?
No, I don't.
Would you recommend it then?
Yes, if you like lagers.
That is such an. Oh no.
I'm talking
for
this
personal
for what it is.
No, give
would
it for
I
personal
drink
taste.
it? Fuck no. But would I suggest people who like this kind of beer to drink it? Yes.
Yeah, well, they could try it for themselves and do that. Would you drink this again?
No.
Then that's your fucking vote. Come on.
What's your vote?
My vote, obviously.
He loves it.
This is my favorite beer. For me to poop on.
And I loved it. I think it's a good beer. I think it's a great Pilsner. I love to take it. I think out in the summer weather we're coming into, this would be a great beer to just drink all day long. This would be a great session beer. It's very clean, crisp.
Oh, this would be a good lawnmower beer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How about
there's better ones.
How about we make a new rule? Because obviously there's some conflict in here. Upvote, downvote, you can just abstain, and it doesn't count against the beer. I'll throw that out there. That's
no. It's upvote, downvote, and it's whether you would drink it again, not whether somebody else would drink it again. But
not whether you recommend it for people who like it.
No, you can say you recommend it,
whether
but for you,
would you?
I would not.
Okay.
So that okay. Then would you drink this again, Hardyman?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, of course. I liked it.
So another split decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm B from the Beer Snobs, and I'll see you at the bar.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Peace out.
Hey, this is a Brian with Beer Quest, and the quest is only half the fun.
Drinking's the other half.
Calling all beer snobs, I am B, and you just heard one of our shows. Guess what else you can do? You can find us on the interwebs at Twitter, Facebook, G+, and we're on the Stitcher Radio Network. Be our friend on our social networks to find out what we're up to and find interesting beer articles we're releasing. If you want to advertise with the Beer Snobs, you can contact us at marketing@thebeersnobs.com. If you want to give us beer suggestions, you can find us at info@thebeersnobs.com or any of the social networks you can reach us. And as always, I'll see you at the bar.